ये जो इंडिया है ना, यहाँ A to Z कोविड के सेकेंड वेव ने हमारी लाइफ को बदल दी है। So today, let's look at the A to Z of COVID today. A is for Adar Poonawalla, boss of the world's biggest vaccine producing company. But Adar Poonawalla got no Adar from India's politicians, no financial support to up his production capacity, only pressure, demands and dhamkis. So, dar ke mare, Adar flew off to England. He is now Adar Londonwala. B is for B1617, the Indian double mutant strain which was discovered on 5th of October 2020. But the government didn't have 115 crore rupees, just 115 crores that were needed to research B1617 properly, and so today B1617 has become the main cause of the second COVID surge. C is for cremations, mass cremations taking place daily in India's Shamshan Ghats. Footpath pe cremation, Shamshan Ghat ke bagal ki zameen par cremation. C is also for Central Vista project, where cremation or no cremation, all deadlines are being met. C is also for Covishield and Covaxin, both in short supply. C is also for cylinder, oxygen ka, also in short supply. C is also for Chamarajnagar in Karnataka, where in a hospital, oxygen shortage led to 24 cremations. D is for death toll. We now have 2.5 lakh citizens dead, 150 dying every hour for the last 2 weeks, nearly 4,000 killed every day. Do you know how many COVID deaths Vietnam has seen in 15 months? Just 35. As many as we have lost in 12 minutes. D is also for the PM saying,
Adarniya Didi, oh Didi.
Clearly, beating Didi was more important than beating COVID. And yet, the Modi Sarkar lost to both, to Didi and to COVID. E is for the Election Commission of India that permitted super spreader election rallies. The EC should have banned public rallies, but it didn't have the sensitivity nor the spine to do the right thing. F is for fake news. From putting lemon juice in your nose to cure corona, to 5G testing causing the second wave, to burning cow dung to produce oxygen at home, it is all fake news. Please don't fall for it. G is for genome sequencing that's needed at a huge scale for viral research, which we in India have not prioritized. In India, we don't empower our scientists, we don't fund them, and we don't listen to them either as much as we should. H should be for Harshvardhan, the health minister and his health ministry. But as they struggle to deal with COVID, H now stands for High Courts. Allahabad High Court, Karnataka High Court, Bombay High Court, Madras High Court, Kolkata High Court, Patna High Court, Hyderabad High Court, Ahmedabad High Court, who have all taken central and the state governments to task over COVID-19. In fact, doing much more than India's Supreme Court. I is for ICU beds. These desperate social media messages need an ICU bed. Any leads, please. Any phone number for an ICU bed. They tell the story. I is also for IPL, which started tone deaf as IPL's biggest stars and BCCI pretended COVID wasn't there. And then, just as they started their social messaging, their bio bubble got breached and the IPL sadly sank. J is for jab, a jab of the vaccine. Jab hai to jaan hai to jahan hai. If you are eligible, please get your jab now. K is for Kumbh Mela and Khanna. Wow, what a pair. Ek super spreader of corona, the other super spreader of hate. Kumbh और Khanna दोनों पे लगा ban, but in both cases, long after the damage was done. K is also for Kabristan. See these visuals of Delhi's biggest burial ground. even the 4 extra acres of land allotted to them are now full. L is for lockdown. That is 12 months later, back in our lives again. L is also for log hi log, and how this overcrowding led to this overcrowding. M is for murder, the word used by the Madras High Court to describe COVID deaths due to man-made shortages. The Supreme Court called it harsh, but it did not disagree with the view. N is for the N95 mask that can truly be a lifesaver today, even double masking. So please, double masking kar lo bhai, it is life-saving. O is for what else but oxygen and its shortage. Shortage of oxygen plants, oxygen tankers, oxygen cylinders led to this. In Delhi alone, 25 dead in Gangaram Hospital, 12 dead at Batra Hospital, 25 in Delhi's Jaipur Golden Hospital. Almost 40% of India's known oxygen shortage deaths have happened in Delhi, the nation's capital. P is for the PM Cares Fund that has collected thousands of crores as donations for use in COVID emergencies. But how's the money being used? We don't know, because PM Cares is run by the Prime Minister's office but does not answer RTI queries. The Quint just did a story on 6,300 ventilators funded by PM Cares Fund more than 1 year ago that have still not been delivered. Why? The PM Cares refuses to answer. Q is for quarantine. Thanks to the second surge, the entire nation is in quarantine as several countries have placed travel bans on India. From nearby Sri Lanka to New Zealand, Australia, England, UAE, nobody wants people from the world's new COVID capital. R is for remdesivir, the drug that is of limited use against COVID but which lakhs are buying in black for thousands of rupees. Just like the black market for oxygen cylinders, for hiring ambulances or for booking an ICU bed. S is for surge, for second wave, for super spreader, the words that define our lives today. T is for Tirath Singh Rawat, who famously said that the waters of the Ganga will protect the lakhs of devotees attending the Kumbh Mela. The Uttarakhand CM has gone silent now, but he still has his job. Clearly, the BJP believes that Rawat said and did nothing wrong. U is for underreporting. Even as active cases and deaths break world records, reliable news reports show how government records of deaths are much lower than the actual number of COVID cremations taking place. Just another example of a government in denial. V is of course for vaccination. Vaccination, the only thing that can truly save us. Vaccinations that India doesn't have enough of because we didn't raise our vaccination production capacity all of last year, because we didn't pre-book vaccinations from other producers all of last year, because of which, instead of vaccinating more, we are now vaccinating fewer people each day. V is also for Vikas, economic progress, who will remain on ventilator for a long time yet. W is for warnings about the second wave that were many but were ignored. X is for X-rays, a less used but reliable way to determine COVID-19 infection. As COVID travels to rural India, where testing and CT scans may be tough, X-rays are a solution. Y is for Yogi Adityanath, the Chief Minister whose solution to fight oxygen shortage is to jail anyone who talks about it and to seize their property. Z is for this sound made by a government that's fast asleep.